Wherever you are, you'll call me. In case that you are falling, then stay where you are coming.
Well, hello. I apologize for the late start and having some computer issues, but I believe I have them all sorted out. And yeah, that's where we're at. Today we're going to be flying as a exec jet or net jets flight 762, and that's going to be from Providence. Sorry, not from Providence, but from Teterboro, New Jersey, up to Providence. We're going to be flying the wonderful DENN Challenger, Challenger 300. This is a repaint that I found on the org, and then I modified because the one on the org had a European registration, and I fly in the US. So I went ahead and added this US registration, November 762, Quebec Sierra. I'm not sure if I can release this or not. I'm going to send out a message to the original repaint creator and ask him if he minds if I release my US version of his repaint. And if he says it's cool, then this will probably be on the org as well. So we've got pretty much everything at the moment set up. Really all I need to do is go into the aircraft and get the FMC programmed up. I've got the fuel, the weight, and the balance. All that stuff is done already. Like I said, the only thing left to do is really hop in the airplane and set up for departure. This is a wonderful airplane. I love it. I love the Challenger, and I see these airplanes on a daily at my job. So this will be a fun flight for me, and hopefully a fun flight for you. I don't know why the taxi light is on. It shouldn't be. I turned all the lights off. I missed one. Let me go over here. That rip, I missed one. Yeah, taxi light is now off. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop into the programming of our FMC, get it all set up, and we'll be good to go. Here, I remember what view I set up for the FMC. I believe it's 4. Yeah, 4. Ignore the nav database out of date. That's a glitch with X-Plane I have found. My nav database is the current one, as you can see, 11 October 18. Well, it technically is out of date, I guess. It's out of date by 1 day. Whatevers. So we'll go here to our flight plan, go ahead and get it set up. We're going from KTEB, Teterboro Airport, up to Providence. Very short flight, especially in the Challenger. But it will be a fun one. Providence, we'll get that set in there. And I've got my route already set up. If you get in the route, I have posted it in the chat. At route and the cruise altitude in case you want to hop in your own airplane and join me on this. But we're going to the Breezy waypoint. That's going to be our first waypoint today. And then from Breezy, we're going to move on to Charlie Mike Kilo. From there on to Bays, PAYYS. After Bays, we're going to go to Seal. And then from Seal, we're going to go to Golf Oscar November. Golf Oscar November. And from there, we're going to go to Mink. That's Mike India. Like a type today. Mike India, November. That will be our final waypoint. Let me grab the winds here really quick at Teterboro, and then I can plan on our departure runway. I need to go ahead and pull up the ATIS anyways. Right now at Teterboro, we have winds 290 at 9, gusting to 17. So it's a pretty windy day here at Teterboro, and the altimeter is 3014. Alright, so winds are 290. Alright, so we can probably plan. They're from the north-northwest. But we could probably plan on a runway 19 departure. That would give us our best. Look that up really quick. I could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. No momento, por favor. Yeah. Okay, so never mind, I lied there. We're gonna plan on 2-4. And we'll do the Teterboro 2. Put our legs here, and then we'll clean this up a little bit. That there. And then into Providence. Providence real quick. Alright, so into Providence, we will plan on the ILS in transition. That'll work. I might have lied again about this departure. I think I am tired. It'll be. Sorry, I did lie. It's going to be runway 19. And then Teterboro 2. Let's clean this up one more time. Mink, we're going to Putman. And from Putman, let's pull up the approach. Alright, so that gets that all set up. Back to flight plan here. We'll do our VNAV. We are only going up to flight level 170, which is technically in the US, not a flight level. We'll cruise at 0.72. Put that up here as well. 70 at point. Got that backwards. 70. Alright, so that gives us our VNAV set up there. Yes, that gives us all the VNAV set up there and all of the goodies. So if we go back to our display here, we have our flight plan. Yep, I see it on there. Display always gets me because it's backward from what I'm usually used to. All right. Okay. I just base it up here with that light. Alright, so that's all set up. Alright, so we'll go outside, we'll get our doors closed up, and then we should be good for departure here. Grab this page here, go to animations, close the cargo door, close the passenger door. We should be good to go. Doors are closed and locked. Let's see, I just need to get a taxi map up because I'm not that familiar with it. Apologies, I am. Okay, so it looks like we're just going to taxi up to runway 19, so we just go to north. That works for me. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the notch. We're getting fairly close to being ready to go here.
Hey, Spotify listeners, we know you love the freedom to access your music when you want it. What if mailing was that easy? It is when you have Stamps.com. Stamps.com gives you access to all the services of the post office right on your computer, whenever you need it. Send any letter, any package, anytime. Sign up now and get this special offer: a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scan. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone, and type in Spotify.
Alright, gotta take this cat off my desk. Boy. Starting to press buttons, and I don't like that.
People just don't really like that more. I'm Simon Enver, and as a product designer, it's my job to make the things we do every day better. That's why I work with dentists to design Quip, a more simple, affordable, and surprisingly enjoyable electric toothbrush.
Sign up now at getquip.com/Spotify and you'll receive your first.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy fired up. We'll go down to our center pedestal.
Tower November 773, Mike, Cherry, lining up.
If you lead on left gen, good is there. Our bleeds up here, bleeds are off. We're good to start. This overhead, this plane doesn't actually have an overhead panel. It's all done down here.
Going to signature.
Turn the ignition on.
Circle the 2-4 after tugs and slowing up as much as possible. Pretty much clear to land. November.
You start to see that engine come to life. I've done everything correctly here. I have.
I'm sorry, a second.
On ignition. Yeah, I'm doing something wrong here.
And how far out is the Seneca from 3 Mac to it? Sure, final no time. So it's going to 4 for 3 Mac to it. Okay, thank you.
Something is not as it should be. Alright. Figure out what I'm doing wrong here. There we go. Helps have the engine turned on, doesn't it? And we'll monitor the start. There's a FADEX system in it, so it does all the starting good stuff for us. So all we're really doing is just monitoring the start. Once the ignition light extinguishes, we can start the left. Okay, it's a good start. Alright, we got 2 good starts. Go ahead and turn the ignition off. Turn the APU off. Alright. Turn the bleeds on. Cross bleed valve can go off. Set that back to auto. Our lights on. Alright, so we are ready to go. Go ahead and turn our seatbelt signs on for our passengers. While we're doing that, we'll go ahead and set up the altitude. Alright, 2 good starts, we're ready for taxi. Clear on the right, clear on the left. Just gotta figure out how to get out of here without whacking in any. Ramp is always super crowded. Peterborough. I think if we make the right here, or left here, we should be good to get out of here. Right next to that Lear. Understand why I get the tire screech sounds. I'm not really even pushing this airplane that hard during the taxi. Get the transponder on. Maybe if it lets me. Alright, transponder is on. Continue. Get over on that center line a little bit better. Set our flaps for takeoff. I'd like to change the departure runway again. I'd like to shade 9 to 24. I think we're gonna stick with 19. I think we may go ahead and switch over to 2-4.
Approaching 1-9.
Teterboro Tower, 119 uniform, Xylus 19, circle 24. Oscar 119 uniform, Teterboro Tower, the tug, circle 24, wind 2900 at 13, gust 18, 24, foot land, Teterboro. 24, foot land, signature east, will circle after tugs for 19U. Teterboro Tower, square 76010, 01 Sierra is Lincoln Tunnel, Sierra Route 90 jet. 01 computer found the Sierra route and clock is the 0312. 0312 is 01 Sierra. There's clock, sorry, chip route similar, 3018. 1801 Sierra.
Approaching 2-4. On runway 24.
Sure. With the 310 at 7, gust 18. And 01 says 6 south or jet?
Configuration. 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 Configuration.
10,000 feet.
Good information, Foxtrot. Now current Providence altimeter 3005.
We can go ahead and get our seatbelt sign off and get our landing lights off. Although we'll be turning them right back on here in just a few minutes.
TBM 700 Joe Juliet, Providence Rogers, Squawk 0352. Sierra Joe Juliet, ready to contact 3 Squawk out, Providence altimeter 3006. You want to do the approach to Sierra Providence? Three four is available. 23 is the current active. Wind 290 15 gust 21.
It's a little gusty in Providence too. Jeez. Gusting to 2-1. A windy day up in the Northeast.
Do you want to just pursue them out VFR, or do you want the ILS approaches? What do you
I'm fancy new equipment here, so we're pushing buttons and stuff. So back to the ILS and make it work a little bit with that. That'd be awesome.
Good, Roger, turn right, heading 045, vector base, and VFR up to your discretion device, picking up information X-ray.
45 on the heading for TBM 000.
Starting our descent shortly. Go ahead and seatbelt sign back on.
departure check card 177-2000 for 4,000, heading 280. Card 177 from departure, ready to contact.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and set for the descent here.
10,000, direct punch, check card 177.
Altimeters in Providence are 3002. Oh, super rush to get down. We'll do maybe 1,500 feet per minute. 1,700 will work. Full power back to idle. Maybe throw in a little bit of speed brakes. Slow us down. Our altimeter is 3002. 3002 is set. Cross-checked across all three sides. Good. One more speed brake. Board's just barely out.
Check card 177, contact off, center 133.42, good day. 133.42.
Now they're out for sure.
PM 700, deposit station reverse, fly runway heading, maintain VFR, return to history. Maintain VFR and runway heading, and what do you want, 3,000 or 3,500? Crashing high is nothing out there,
I'm getting busy shortly. These speeds now. 240. Speed brake. Range in our set display is a little easier for me to see.
Thanks, and it'll be a bit frequency. Yeah. PM 700, 6 miles final first. Turn left heading 360, maintain VFR, cleared off ILS runway 34 first. Okay, keep it still and clear for the ILS runway 34, TBM 028.
I'm gonna throw a little more speed brake out. Alright, 10,000 feet. Landing lights can go ahead and come on. Go ahead and pull the boards back in. Really cannot wait to get my Spotify Premium back. I am missing that ad-free Spotify experience. Right. Add a little more power back in.
What's the site TBM tonight? We're at TBM 850. Alright, sounds fair. Okay. 000, contact tower 120.7 connect. 20.7 connect.
Grab the ATIS really quick. All right, there's our ATIS. One to go. Add a little more power in to maintain our speed. Love all the features of this airplane. Like, it's pretty cool. I think you can even turn on and off the cabin lights. That seems legit. I think my tray table might be broken. Rip. This one works, right? Nice. This one. Not look right. It even plays music. I didn't realize that. Got a 3,000. Hard time getting there.
TBM 002 with John the Mist. What if we get back to back around? Try that again.
TBM 7900, roger, you're ready to contact. Altitude your discretion. Turn left, heading 180.
180, TBM 002.
Alright, there's 3,000 feet. I do wish this airplane did have better sounds, though. I don't like that the sounds don't really change no matter where you're at in the cabin. It needs F-mod for sure. Time for my headset to start dying. Got it plugged in real quick. At the airport in sight shortly. Be off to our about 3 or 4 o'clock. Use my pilot laser vision. Don't see it yet. ACARS is still showing 20 miles to the airfield, so. I think we might hop over to Nantucket after this. Short flight.
Turn left heading 045.
That's the field there. Yep, airport in sight. Probably start slowing down here soon. Going back to idle. Reduce our speed now to like, let's see, 200. And we'll hold 200. Providence is a pretty cool airport. It's one of my favorite airports. I have lots of memories of flying into it in Flight Sim 2004. This is some scenery I downloaded off the org. I'm hoping it's good. I didn't try it before hopping into the sim, so we're gonna find out together if it's any good or not. And it's nice outside, so we'll probably just do the visual. Q3. We are gonna have definitely some decent winds.
Turn to a 45. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, left turn 45. No worries.
Now we'll report speed back. Let's say 170, and we'll add in a notch of flaps when we get there. This airplane does not have auto throttle, at least that I've found. It has a Mach hold, but I have yet to get it to work. Maybe I'm not doing it right. So I'm controlling the throttles manually. Which to me is a little more fun anyways. I'm gonna take it down to 2,000.
There, Julie, 5 miles on approach 6. Turn left heading 360. Maintain VFR, fluid ILS 34 approach. There for the ILS 34 for TBM 02 good.
Look, they switched over to 3-4, the ILS for 3-4. I'm gonna maintain the runway I've set up for already. Depending on how the conditions go, we might have going around, but we'll see. Boards out, slow us down. We're on the first notch of flaps. once you make this turn, I'm gonna fly vision. Alright, autopilot off. I have control. Disengaged. Q. Autopilot's off. I have control. And I want to turn the music off, but I'm flying by hand now, so switching over and tabbing out is probably not a good idea at the moment. The notch flaps in. Add a little more power. I can do this. Do both at the same time. There we go. Music's off. Alright. Oh, bumpy. Definitely feel the wind, that's for sure.
Over the tower, 0 Julie Julie.
Went through the gear. Gear coming down. Another notch of flaps. Alright, flaps are set, gear down, locked, 3 green. And I got the runway in sight. A little bit of hand flying. Keep our skills up. Ooh. That turbulence is definitely there, I can feel it. I'm gonna bring my view out a little bit since we're flying visual. That way I can... Oh, maybe not. A little bit. It's definitely going to be a crosswind landing, that's for sure. Feel that wind just kicking us. We're going to get beat on the whole way down. Whoa, yep, that's definitely wind there. Almost a 20-knot crosswind here.
Too high. Too high.
Visual, shut up. RAS doesn't like the way I
Approaching. 2, 3.
fly my approaches.
Minimums.
Continue.
500.
I was worried about that wind kicking out at the last minute. We're still good though.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Long landing. 5,000 feet
10.
remaining.
Yeah, lots
10.
of runway.
4,000 remaining.
We're down.
3,000 remaining.
Kick that rudder over, with the reversers out, and the speed brakes. Man. Manual braking. Welcome to Providence, folks. Next available right. We'll taxi up to the FBO.
100 remaining.
We're good. Not a bad landing, especially with that wind. You can see that windsock there is almost vertical. Or horizontal, sorry. We'll ignore my squeaky tires. Right. Down here, if I can get the APU on. Right. We'll get the strobe lights off. Off. Taxi light on. We pretty much just taxi straight back up north. See the terminal over there. And we'll go quick during this, and we'll go straight out to Nantucket. But I do want to see the replay on that landing before we go to Nantucket. Like a long taxi, especially when you're trying to do a quick turn. Clear left, clear right.
Approaching 1-6.
23 American 781.
I turned the volume down. That I don't know why it's still making my ears bleed, but I'll look at it after our flight to Nantucket and see if I can't figure out what the deal is. Why it's not accepting the volume changes I've made. So the FBO is up here by the cargo ramp, so we're gonna make a left here at the end. And then we'll taxi over to the FBO. We'll drop our packs, and then we'll pick up our next set going to Nantucket, which is a very short 64-mile flight. Listen to our tire squeals like we're in a Chips movie. Taxi past EJA762. There's some of the business jets. So I'm not seeing a really well-defined FBO over here. Oh, there it is, right in front of us. It must just be ramp parking. Going to the FBO here.
700 Juliet with you. We're on the mist, just leveling off at 3,500 feet. Like, expect us back around for an on-nav runway 34 instead.
Our brakes are set. Put that down. Get taxi lights off. And we'll get nav lights off, or beacon lights off. We'll leave navs on, APU on.
22 on nav 34, do it.
Go ahead and get the limousine up for our passengers.
781 to 5,000, change my frequency 123.67.
Now 5,000 and over frequency 3.
Actually, this thing doesn't have a ground handling file, so never mind. We won't get the limousine out for our passengers. I need to make one. I'll make one at some point. But we'll get the door open at least so they can get off. Animations for cargo. Any cars here? Let's see what that landing was like.
Number 0, Julia,
Yeah, 89 feet per minute. That's actually a really decent landing, especially in the winds we were fighting. So let me go ahead and we'll check the replay out. Hopefully this doesn't crash the sim. Oh, that's right, I have to do this. Wait, hang on. Go to animation. Close the door. And while that's closing, we'll just back it up. That rip, we have no door now. Let me do this. Toggle replay mode, let's get out of the replay. Doors are closed, they are. Okay, back into the replay mode now. Now it's hand flying. How was that? Yeah, that'll work. I think the speed brakes are glitched, but... Oh, no, they're back down. Okay. The old 762 Quebec Sierra. Not a bad approach if I say so myself. If I was hand flying the whole way. Nothing like practicing your stick and rudder skills, for sure. You just butter. Butter and on center line, butter. Hold the power back. I floated a bit, so this is not a perfect landing. But nice 3-point. Let that nose come down. That was a good landing. See the freaking crosswind just pushing us the whole time. Now let's check that out from the passenger's point of view. Now we'll just back it up just a notch here. There we go.
Configuration. Configuration.
We're gonna get that
configuration.
Annoying sound probably for the whole whole landing.
Configuration. Configuration. 500. Configuration.
I can do that just so we can watch the approach. I can just mute the sounds. What if it goes away now?
Configuration.
Nope, still there. Yeah, it's just a replay glitch. It's a windy approach. You can definitely see the flight controls working, doing their thing to get us down. Whew. Yeah, that was windy. Everyone's just kicking us around for sure.
007 now, so Julia.
Number 0, Julia, that was for another aircraft.
Okay.
Nice flare. And smooth. Butter landing. I like it. Alright. So we will get out of replay mode here. And we will go ahead and set up our next flight, which is a direct, pretty much, to Nantucket. 64-mile flight. Aircraft back alive here. So we'll go back into our FMC here. Flight plan, we're going from Providence. And we're going to Nantucket. Right. We're going to depart Providence on the runway 23. We'll arrive into Nantucket, ILS 2. Pretty simple flight. There's not much to program in the FMC. We'll do our climb. It's going to be 250 up to. Oh, sorry, we're not going to 25,000 feet. We're going to 290 at 250. Now let me do 90 dash point. Like that. I mean, I don't really need the VNAV set up anyways, but I like having it. Nope, so we're just not going to worry about the VNAV part because it's not working. Go ahead and set our cruise altitude. I've got to do this really quick. And 9,000. Right. Get it changed over in the system there. And I'm going to change it over on here as helps have the caps on, doesn't it? Right. Got it changed on the description as well. So pretty easy. Our flight plan's already set up. We can go ahead and close our doors. Should be closed already. That's right, because we did the replay mode. Close. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get the engine started then. Let's get out of here. So we'll start number 2. On. Got the crank. Start. Alright, and we'll start number 1. Engine on. We'll be out of here shortly. Very, very quick turn. Alright, that's 2 good starts. Ignition can come off. APU can be turned off. Alright, and we can get the bleeds on. We're good to go. We'll pop the brake and we're out of here. On our way over to Nantucket. Very quick turn. Just dropped our people off and we'll head back on out. Got our flaps for departure. We got a nice short taxi out here, right back to runway 23. I really can't stand the tire screeching sounds, and I don't understand why, because I'm not taxiing that hard. You think I was like out here Tokyo drifting the way it sounds when I taxi. Alright, there is runway. Oop, that was a little bad. There's runway 23. Gonna get our lights on. Lights on. Road lights on. Seatbelt sign is on. We're good to go. Flaps are set. Trims are set. Altimeters are set. Get out of Providence and over to Nantucket.
Approaching 2-3.
Alright, over to 2-3. We'll roll this takeoff.
On runway 23.
Airspeed's alive, both sides. 3 knots cross-checked. That wind is kicking us for sure. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up. Flaps up. Alright, vert speed. Pilot. Be a very short flight. Set our power back to climb. Set our speed to just marker 250. We're only going up to 9,000 for this flight because it's very, very short. Probably good, actually. Go ahead and back to the final group. Activate that. Half bank on.
Hailed inside, American 781. Clear the visual 23, American 781.
I like short flights, like fun. And not completely unbelievable for someone with a business jet to fly from Providence to Nantucket, or to fly empty, pick up passengers for another flight. So, computer showing a little over 11 minutes en route to Nantucket. At a whopping 9,000 feet. Or 8,600 because I didn't finish that. I'm stupid. By the time we get up there, we'll be coming right back down. Alright, let me grab the weather at Nantucket. Northwest, west-northwest 290 at 23. This actually miles visibility. Meters are 3002. And set out altimeter 3002. That and cross check 3002. One to go. Right, 50 miles to go. That's a very, very short ride. And the flight plan for this flight, in case you want to follow along, pretty much, I can put it in the chat for you. And 9,000 feet. That's the flight plan for this route. Pretty much almost a direct to Nantucket.
And keeping up to put you on the master at 2,000 feet, looking for a turn back towards Bridgeport.
Juliet 0, Juliet, Ida.
gonna climb to 3,500 feet, 0 Julie Julie.
0 Julie Julie, perfect.
A little over 36 miles to go. We'll start to see Nantucket out there, the island itself. I believe. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, 3443 for 0 Juliet Juliet.
Alright, we go ahead and begin our descent. We're down to 3,000 feet. About 1,500 feet per minute.
2367 is breaking up a little bit. Is that you or is that me?
0 Juliet Juliet, it should be working pretty well at that altitude. Change my frequency 119.45.
Okay, you know, that sounded 5 by 5 there. We'll go over to 1945, 0 Juliet Juliet. Here we are, we're up on 1945, 0 Juliet Juliet.
Alrighty. We'll probably just do the visual in the Nantucket as well. What were the winds again?
November 57 Papa, change my frequency 123.67.
Now the winds are 20 knots. That's in the 29 knots. Ooh, this will be fun.
Providence, good evening, Southwest 3595. We're 15-4 for Jordan at 11 with exit.
Thank you. Southwest 3595, Providence, Cook, Eastern Providence, altimeter 3007, expect a visual approach runway 23.
23, we'd like to request the RNAV, RMP for 23 if you got time and traffic.
Jordan, direct high to 788-10,000.
And 1010,000, Southwest 3595.
Got the island inside at least. Beautiful Nantucket Island. I can pull my speed back. The bug for. I'm gonna turn the boards out. Up goes slow down. Pull the boards in. We're slowing down pretty good. Doing our first notch of flaps. Building site way over there. There. Right, here we go. I can't remember what scenery this is I have for Nantucket. This was given to me by a friend of mine, so it's good scenery. I can't tell you off the top of my head who makes it. It might be Idlu yonder, maybe.
We have a pilot for you. Some Papa reporting smooth ride, occasional light turbulence, temperature negative 5 Celsius. You're welcome, Papa.
Southwest 3595, cross high at or above 5,000, clear down on Zulu, runway 23 straight.
The RNAV Zulu, runway 23, Southwest 3595.
Right. Take the autopilot out. I'm gonna fly. A bit of turbulence there. I don't know what that's about. Oh, it's bitching because the gear aren't down. I can throw the gear. Makes it happy. Alright, this is annoying. I disconnected that like 3 times, and it's still telling me the autopilot's on. Which it isn't. Splash your flaps, please. Airport inside. Putting us on a really tight base leg. This is a stupid autopilot. Put trim in there. Fly from this. Because I can see the runway a little better. Our final leg here. Our power back. Laps are coming in a full. Alright, runway's in sight. Clear land. A little bit high. Nothing is not fixable. Definitely see that wind. Gonna be a factor. A rudder in there. Freaking 30 knot, almost
Too
30
high.
knot crosswind.
Too high.
Oh, shut up. We're not.
Approaching. 2-4. Too high. Too high.
Continue.
500. One hundred. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Long landing. Long landing. 4,000 feet remaining.
Alright, Toga,
3,000 remaining.
you're up.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Flaps. That wasn't gonna work anyway, we tried it. Alright. I think what we'll do is we'll just plan on coming in on the other runway. Now. Alright. We'll hand fly the whole thing. Going that first notch flaps.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Speed the flaps just barely. Alright. Make a left 180. Line up for the other runway and we'll be clear to land again. You're coming down. Alright, let's try this again. I'm a little less fail. This runway is shorter, but we should be good. Laps are set to full. Any checks are complete. Yeah, there was just no way that that was going to work on 2-3. Way too much of a crosswind. Thousand feet to go. A little more trim out of it. At all whites, work on getting down a little bit better.
Too high. Too high.
God, I gotta figure out why that's not volume's not down with that. Okay, let me see. Audio volume. Help or not? Alright, try that. Turned it way down.
Approaching. 3-3.
Not really. I don't know what to do with it.
Minimums.
Continue.
Five hundred
500 feet. Alright, red over white, we're good. White over red.
100 50 40 30 20
I don't have the runway length to float here, so we're gonna plant this bad boy.
10
Long landing. Long landing.
Ooh.
3,000
Definitely
feet
planted it.
remaining.
That was definitely a planted landing, that's for sure. Alright, reverse lights out.
1,000 remaining. Approaching. 2-4.
Alright,
100 remaining.
we're good. Welcome to Nantucket. I pull the flaps up. And we will get the APU on. Alright, speed brakes are stowed. Do our lights. Oops. Okay, got it. Now all we gotta do is find a spot for this big mofo. That landing was absolutely horrible, I'm not gonna lie. Probably one of my worst. But I had to plan it. We didn't have time to float with that runway. I think there might be a spot there at the front of the FBO. Well, the hard part is maneuvering this big fucker in there. Don't think we can fit through. But what I'll probably do is I'll just park out front and then we'll tow to our parking spot once I offload the passenger. Alright. Beautiful. Pull up a little bit.
Configuration.
Alright. Okay, brakes are set. Go ahead and shut them down. Brakes away. I don't know why they're out to begin with, but whatever. Alright, and we get the doors open. You just hear that wind. Drop off our load of passengers. Let's see how bad it landing was. Ooh, negative 338. That was not smooth at all. Alright, let's close our doors and we'll watch the replay. See how bad it was from the actual outside view. And I'll be wrapping up the stream. Okay, so all doors are closed. Go to replay mode. Back it up here just a notch or two. Too far. Alright, I can back it up from there. Alright, there we go. Close this animations tab here. Definitely getting beat up in that wind. This is where I cut the power. The bottom falls out. Ready? You ready? You ready? Ooh. Gnarly. Back it up. I want to see that from front. Ooh, yeah. Not the best. Hold that nose wheel up. Alright, we'll back it up and we'll watch that from the passenger's point of view. Our poor passengers had to live through that landing.
Configuration. 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 Configuration.
With the configuration warning, you know we're on replay mode.
10. Configuration.
Oh,
Configuration.
yeah.
Configuration.
That was gnarly. Is there a tower view here? Kinda. Let's go back. I can do this by hand. There's not one, we'll make one. Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. That was weird. Not what I was trying to do at all. We'll set this camera up at the end of the threshold here. Hey, another NetJet. Alright.
Thank you, radar contact, 4 miles northwest of Quonset, Providence, altimeter 3007, clear direct wounds on course.
There's our airplane. Up. I'm Watch this failure of a landing. Oh, yeah. That's a bouncer for sure. Well, we're in Nantucket at least. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's stream. We're going to go ahead and... I'm going to grab my thumbnail screenshot really quick. And then we'll get this thing towed over to our parking. Let's do this. Plugins, ground handling, show control. Not ground handling, I need the better pushback. My bad. Plugins, better pushback. Start it.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
Alright, so we're going to have them pull us ahead. Alright, and then we'll have them spin us back into the spot we're right. That is not a good parking spot. Alright. We'll have them keep pulling us ahead all the way to about right there. Have them spin us. That spot right there. And there's that.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay. And while they're doing that, I'm going to start shutting systems down. So we will go here. And we will get bus tie, left battery off, right battery off, bus tie off, APU off. Let's shut down the APU.
Over to Boston 2067, appreciate the help, exit jet 340 negative.
Comes the tow driver. He's going to take us to our parking spot for overnight. He's doing that with some music playing. Sounds pretty cool. Let it play.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Alright, you're clear to connect.
Winching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Brakes are off.
Thank you, 120.6.
Does it end where it all began?
Starting tow, and you may start engine.
Hey. Quit blinding me with your taxi light. Turn it off.
It's not on, but sure. There you go. All lights are off. Hopefully that's better for you, buddy. Are you gonna move the airplane yet? I better pushback has been acting up lately. Maybe he needs power. So you should need power to move this thing. Seems legit. Our tug driver is Tokyo drifting. Get the power on for it. Tokyo drift tug. Seems legit. Not sure what he's doing. Yeah, better pushback's been being really weird lately. He's gonna crash us into the building. Yep. Love better pushback. Seems legitimate. I don't even know what it's doing now. It's doing something. Brakes aren't on, right? Yeah, they're off.
030 for the vector for left downwind.
I don't know what the deal is. Their pushback is being
When you're
weird.
selling online, it's exciting to watch the orders.
No ad. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what it's doing. I'm not gonna line us up where I asked it to put us. Alright, I'm calling that good enough. I don't understand.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
So, anyways, guys, that's the stream for tonight. I really hope you enjoyed the flights. We flew from, where did we start at today? My brain's not working. We flew from Teterboro to Providence, and then on to Nantucket. I hope you guys enjoyed the flights today, and I will catch you guys in the next stream.